Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi Diraf.
Hi Diraf.
Hi Aaron.
Hi
Hi
Aaron.
Jesse.
Hi Jesse.
Okay, Enzo.
Okay, Enzo.
Hi Laila.
Hi Laila.
Hi
Hi
Matthew.
Matthew.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Enzo.
Enzo.
Kayla and
Kayla and
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Sure.
Sure.
You always have
You
the
always have
first 2
the
minutes
first 2 minutes
of break.
of break.
You could
You could
take a restful
take a restful
toilet break,
toilet break,
or anything that
or anything that you
want to do.
want to
Stretch your
do.
body
Stretch your
a little
body
bit or
a little
your
bit
eyes.
or your eyes.
So I have a question about hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're returning to, you just fill in the Google form, or do you have to resend the consent form?
You're talking about hybrid learning.
Hybrid learning.
Yeah.
Just fill the Google
Just
form.
fill the Google form.
But we don't have to resend the consent form.
No need.
No need.
Just the returning to the form.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Hi Nick. Hi Darren. Lee. If you're here already, please turn on your camera so then I could tell that you're here. How are you guys? Why always like if I ask you how are you, like Lucy is like are you kidding? Like, as if your face is like, what is it? You just what? Sleepy. What is it, Lucy? What did you say before?
Oh, the sleepiness there.
Oh, sleepy. Okay. How are you, Matthew? Well, we're waiting for the others as well. How are you, Matt?
I'm just tired.
I'm just tired.
Yeah. But so far it's okay.
So far, it's okay. Do you regret taking AdMaths?
No, I like the subject.
You like the subject? Very nice. Is it because you're talking to the teacher directly, so you you said it's always teaching math is always a challenge for me since the very first year of teaching. You know why? Because the problem with teaching math is that for some reason it's a subject that if not all but many students do not like for whatever reason, but it's also the subject at the same time it's also the subject that the parents will ask at the top priority. Like you go for a report card, the SPC, right? I was a form tutor back then, so my very first year experience was being a primary teacher, a primary math teacher. So and I was a form tutor as well. So the very first question that the first parent asked, "Sir, kok nilai matnya segitu? Like, are you kidding? Like, why can't you ask something else? Why the math? I mean, like, I know I was the teacher, but still, like, so over the years being a math teacher, I see it is always a difficult task because of that. There is a high expectation from the parents, but there is, should I say this? There is somewhat a low expectation from the students. Not all, of course, but there are always students who are really, really love math. They like it, or they don't like the teacher for whatever reason. So it's always, but in general, it's always a challenge. And now it's additional math, one step higher than the ordinary math. So it's more of a challenge as well. But okay, so enough for the intermezzo. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Tim. Hi, Darren. Hi. Could you please lower down your camera as usual? Timothy, Darren, Jonathan, Laila also, Darren Lee, Nicholas. So I can see your shoulder as well. So your head and your shoulder, your face, your shoulder. Timothy. Again, lower it more. I know it's possible. You're using a laptop, right? Okay. So once again, good afternoon. So what we are going to do today, hopefully, it will be we could discuss it a bit more deeply, because in terms of the idea, it might not look that complicated, but when things are very simple, when things are simple, and then we try to question it more, it could become challenging, it could become more complex. I don't know if you're aware of that already in our about 6 months of learning at maths. Sometimes when we're discussing a very simple thing, but when I try to question something, then it becomes complicated, which is that's one of the purposes of learning math. You're trying to question, you're trying to criticize it in such a way, right, in such a way you could learn it more. So the purpose of learning all these things, all these topics, not necessarily just for the sake, oh yeah, I'm going to face the Cambridge exams, I need this to graduate, which is true, half true, probably. What we're trying to learn is more on the skill. Okay, so what we are going to do today, let me share my screen. I put it on the Miro already, so let me just put it here. So we'll be using the Miro. Um, Whatever that we discussed yesterday, I already put it on the Miro. So I put it here. So you see, this is the Monday, 10 January. So you could see somewhere below here. So the PowerPoint that I used, they're here. I added some of the notes over here as well, so you could refer to them. Okay. So should you need anything, any help for that, please let me know. So we are going to focus on today, Tuesday, 11 January. The discussion will come from actually a simple thing, but it might be complicated. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah, hopefully you are. Okay, so I want you to discuss with me as usual, as how we usually have. Okay, let me read through the problem for you. Given a triangle, right? You see a triangle over there on the Cartesian plane below. So you see the triangle ABC over there, right? Though it is not written, but we could say that this A is actually 1, 3, right? The coordinate. And then the B is 9, 1, right? And then the C is 3, 8 in terms of the coordinates, right? You could see, right? So it's 1, 3, 3, 8, and 9, 1. Now, a very simple question that you learn since primary. How do you find the area of this triangle? You learned this in primary, right? So it was a very simple thing. What's the area of a triangle? How do we calculate the area of a triangle? Anyone? Generally?
Side of divided by 2.
Sorry, can you speak louder, Lucy?
Base times height divided by 2.
So base times height divided by 2, or some could say also half times base times height. Also, right? So this is the area of a triangle. A very simple thing, right? And then the note is that we shouldn't forget that the base must always be perpendicular to the height. And that's basically the definition of height. Now, the thing is, can we use that formula here? Base times height over here. Which one is the base? Which one is the height? So we kind of have to decide that, right? Just a quick answer. Do you think that you could use the formula base times height divided by 2 over here? Matthew, yes. He's nodding. Diraf, no. It's okay. Who says yes? Can you say, if you're saying yes, can you raise your hand? Feature, raise hand button. If you think that is a yes, you can use that base times height over 2 formula directly. Can you say, then you raise your hand. Matthew was nodding before, then suddenly it was. Probably he's not sure. If you say no, then I assume that because none of you are raising your hand, then either you say no or you don't know. Right? Okay, so it's okay. So let's go through the discussion. So how do you find the area of the triangle ABC? Now I'll give you time to think about it first. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Think about it individually. You could make some notes over here. Diraf is raising his hand. Yes, Diraf, you want to ask something or what? Let me, because usually Diraf will ask something like, can I do it somewhere here or there? Then you want to try it on your own? Please go ahead. We usually have 4 groups, right? So then I put it on the top over here. That would be quite small. So let me just lower it down. So if you want to make it on your notes, you want to try it on your own by using iPad or pen tablet or whatever, just do so. It's okay. I put it here. So there are 4 of them. So I'll give you time to think about it first before we discuss it. So I'm expecting a rich discussion. Yeah. So 3 minutes. Think about it. Like, how should we find the area of this? Are we using the base times height divided by 2? Is it possible using that? Or I don't know, any other method? Once again, if you want to use the area on the top, I already put it here, the question, and so you can, I don't know, take note, or you want to spread it down, you want to try to do it over there, it's okay. Just use this space. Okay, so it's already 3 minutes. Now, I want to give some time for you to, how to say, to discuss with your friends in the group. Okay, so on the previous group that we have 3 groups, right? If you still remember, let me put it there. Okay, so group 1 is Aaron, Kayla, Jesse, and Darren, Lee. Group 2, Enzoy, Matthew, Darren, Sima, Gwen, and Diraf. Group 3, Lucy, Nicholas, Timothy, Lila, and Jonathan. So I'll give you 10 minutes to discuss with your friends, discuss with classmates, and then we'll go back through that later. So let me put the Google Slides there. And I put the GMIT here. This is GMIT for group 1. This is GMIT for group 2. This is GMIT for group 3. Okay. So please go ahead to your respective groups, Gmet link, and then discuss among yourselves. How do you find this area? It's a simple question area, but how should we deal with that? Um, for the main room, for the main Gmet, you can just turn off your camera, or you can leave for the breakout room.
Okay, so any ideas?
I may have found a way, but it's a very weird idea.
I love that. Just blur it out, Aaron.
I literally took a protractor on my screen and tried to find the point where the base is perpendicular with the C point, and I found 1.8 comma 2.8. So I was thinking we find the morning lad, the length of AB, and then we find the length of 1.8 comma 2.8 to C, and then after that we just find the area.
High five, because I was thinking of the same thing.
I was actually
Okay, so we have
I
this
don't know,
problem.
but I was actually thinking
Given
of
a triangle on
making
it,
like
you can tell
oops,
solve for the area.
a parallelogram
Any
for
suggestions
like
first before we go over what we can do?
another.
Hey guys, group 3, one of you could share screen, please, so then you can discuss with your friends. And then one of you take the lead.
Okay, can everybody put on your cameras here?
Yep. One of you share screen, so then you can discuss. We can see and discuss together.
Okay, and I guess we're done.
So how do you find it?
You grab a protractor and then
Should we start now?
you put some screen.
So for
Okay.
this one, what are the methods
Then
that
you're
you
gonna
guys
find the coordinates and stuff, and then you just find the length of the
because
CA and the
on
I mean like
the
this
question?
A and the point where when connected it will gonna
I
like,
used
you
the
know make
formula,
that right angle
kind
thing
of
and then
formula. So
you
the
find the
basic
length
is
of
the
what was that?
AC
AB,
line
and then you
times
just
the
plug in
length
all of the
of the
values into
midpoint
that formula and
AC,
move that.
B, divided by
Is
2.
that method applicable for the go to with the question B and question C?
Formula. How about Nick?
For me, I basically tried to find the
Okay,
length
so
of AC
there's another point,
and then
we'll
AB,
have
and
a
then I
quadrilateral
used the base
ABCD,
height formula.
and we have to find the area.
How about you, John?
Wait,
Jonathan.
If using the protractor, then masih bisa because the area of wait a minute, never mind.
wait. If it's
Okay. What about Timothy?
from here, it's 8 point.
I'm still kind of confused on how to do this one.
So for me, I also
1 plus 3, 3.
like I use two methods. Like one is the base times height formula. I try to find the base and the height. And the second one is the formula that is in the book. But then the thing is, I get different answers for the two formulas, so I'm not sure which one is the correct one.